guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Celine here, and today I'm here to talk about my birthing story. So you've been on this really long journey. You're huge. You're probably just kind of over it. I know I was overdue, so for me, I was definitely just like, get this little person out of my body, please. I was so uncomfortable, could barely sleep. And you know, you have anxiety, especially with the first kid. You have no idea what to expect. Let's just get right into it. What happened with my birth story? Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, there's a sad face. You say with mommy while she tells her birth story about you? Come on, come on. So with my birthing story, I was already a week overdue, about a week and like 2 days or something like that. I was very frustrated. To be honest, I was super in denial, like this kid is never coming. Well, clearly he did. But I was like, it's not gonna happen, like no. Well, they end up scheduling me to be induced. So I go into the hospital. That day my family actually all had to work and I wasn't with the father at the time. You know, that's a whole thing right there. So I went in alone. It was like 7:30 in the morning. My dad dropped me off and I just went in by myself. I was there for hours and hours on my own. You know, they poked me with needles. I ended up signing up to donate for stem cell research from his umbilical cord. Right, Mason? Maybe we help a life out there, why not? So when I'm there, you know, they're running through what they're gonna do to me. One of the first things they did was break my water, and that was kind of scary. I'm up to you with this like long, like metal stick thing, and it's got like a hook on the end of it, and they're like, we're just gonna like put this inside your body, like we're just gonna jam it in there and break that wall. And I was like, sure, okay. Just alone in a hospital room, like sure. Stab my body from the inside, that's cool. And after that, they put me on a hormone which is actually natural in your body, especially when you're going to be giving birth. And forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I believe it's called oxytocin or oxytocin. Ooh, one of the two. It just helps the process go along and it gets those contractions started. Oh boy, did those contractions start. I had told myself to go as long as I could because I actually wanted to see what labor was like. And I know a lot of people are like, that's crazy. But it's like, I want to know. What does this feel like? Like, obviously it was gonna hurt. It freaking hurt, man. It really, really hurt. It hurt for you to come outside of me, baby. It really hurt. And I was really shocked. Like, I knew it was gonna be painful, but I was shocked at how much pressure was in my back. And I remember just moaning and groaning, and I was alone for a while, for, I don't know, hours and hours and hours. And I was pretty scared, you know, like, I didn't know what was about to happen, and I knew my family would be coming eventually. But my best friend ended up showing up just as the contractions were getting really bad. And she was great. She tried to, you know, keep me busy, talk to me. I remember her talking about something in my head. I'm like, I can't answer this. But I was like, oh wait, she's trying to distract me. She's a good friend. She's a great friend. I went about, I think, 5 hours before I said, someone give me some damn drugs. Because it was awful. Like, it's so painful. I did different things that were suggested to me, like I blasted music with headphones in and just tried to make my mind go somewhere else. Cried into my pillow. I tried different positions. Oh. Ooh, just like your mama. Eventually, you know, I end up just saying, give me an epidural, please. I'm in too much pain. And then it took a little bit of time for the anesthesiologist to come because, you know, there's only one on the floor. But he had already been working 12 hours, so I could tell he wasn't really in the mood. I tried to make like small talk even though I was like in pain, just to like lighten the mood, I guess. I don't know. He accidentally actually missed. I have never screamed like that in my life. Like that hurt like a bitch. Gotta be a good mom. And I just remember the anesthesiologist yelling, left or right, left or right. And I was like, right, 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 right. I guess that tells him something, I don't know. And then the next thing I know, I just feel another pat right in my back. And I was like, and it hurt, that hurt too. But then like pretty quickly after, I felt the numbing happening and I was like, oh, that's nice. That's not bad. I'll let my horror story scare you about him missing because it was a second. I mean, the nurses had to hold me down, but like, but you know, it's just a moment in your life. Yes, it's pain, but then it's gone, and then you get a sweet little dude like this. Eventually, you know, my mom comes and my family starts to come and visit a little bit. From the beginning, when I got to that hospital, about 14 hours go by. About 5 or 6 hours, I let go of no drugs, and then I got the epidural, and then in total about 13, 14 hours go by. No baby. So it's about 2 in the morning, I believe, and the doctor comes in and just goes, we're gonna have to do an emergency C-section because this little guy's heartbeat was kind of up and down. My heartbeat was a little up and down. My temperature was up and down. Very last minute, they go, we're gonna take you into surgery. I was petrified. It's so weird. Before I told everyone I'd rather have a C-section than push something out of my hoo-ha. But then when it came to it, I was like, oh my God, they're about to cut my body open? Like, no. I was having a panic attack for sure. Like, my mom was with me, thank God. But they end up, you know, getting me ready for surgery at 2 in the morning. I'm freaking out, man. I'm just freaking out. And they leave me in a hallway for a bit. It's almost Christmas time, so I'm like staring at all the Christmas stuff. I'm like, distract yourself. They rolled me into this room and there's just bright lights everywhere, just in your face. And you know, you can't help but look around, curiosity of your mind and what's about to happen. And I remember looking around and you just see all these like scalpels and knives, and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna cut me open. They're crazy. They're all crazy. They're not crazy. They're good at their job, and thank God they're there. But that's how I felt in the moment. You know, the anesthetic, the guy that was there earlier in the day, shows up and goes, we're gonna give you some more anesthetics, some more drugs, you know, so you really don't feel anything down there. I'm like, okay. So he does his thing. Next thing I know, they say they're cutting me, they're doing it. Do I feel anything? And I don't think I do. And it's hard to tell in the moment because you're so in your head. You don't know if you're picturing it. You don't know if you're making it up in your mind what you're feeling because you know what is happening, or if you're actually feeling pain. So at first I was like, I feel it. And he's like, well, no, you don't. Like, they just told me, no, I don't. You're like, you're crazy. And then the next thing I know is I definitely felt something at this point. Enormous pressure. And I remember just being like, I feel that, like on the operation table. Anesthesiologist, he was not in a good mood. Like, and he just turns to me and goes, what now? I'm like, oh. In my head, I'm like, I'm not like you people. This freaks me out. Yeah, you feel it. You were there. You were there. So they keep cutting me open, and then all of a sudden you hear this cry. And I remember my eyes just like, whoa. Whoa, that's my baby. Like, and I couldn't see anything yet because there was a huge curtain dividing my belly. So I couldn't see where they were cutting because you know, they don't want you to see that stuff. And I see come around the corner of this curtain. This is my baby. I was shocked. Even though you know there's a baby in you, I was just amazed. What are you doing? I'm trying to tell the wonderful story of how you were born. I think he's working on something to come out. What are you doing? You crazy? You pooping? You pooping? It's pretty funny because as soon as, you know, they have the baby out, my mom, who's holding my hand, lets go, and, you know, she's in amazement, and she's just like gaga, like just for the baby, and she starts to follow the baby, and I'm looking at her like, Mom! And I yell this, Mommy, love me too! I was so afraid being alone. And she just looks at me and then just kind of looks back at the baby like I didn't exist or something. She was just amazed with you. She was excited to be a grandma. They stitched me up. I could see my baby on the side. They couldn't hand him to me right away because surgery. It was pretty upsetting. Just as we were leaving the surgery room after they cleaned me up and everything, they handed me my baby and they had me kind of hold him on my side on the bed. And I remember just looking at him like, oh my God. Oh my God. So that's my birthing story. And don't let it freak you out because everyone's story is so different. It's a beautiful journey. It's a terrifying journey, but it's a beautiful journey. Basically, you know, it happened. There was pain, there was excitement, there was fear, there was anxiety. And I'm telling you, when they hand you your baby, it's not that scary. It's an amazing world, isn't it, Mason? He's so cute. So guys, please remember to subscribe, to like this video, to leave your comments below. I'd love to reply to anything that you have to say. Hopefully nice things. Right, Mason? It's nice to be nice.